Position of the President. Under the parliamentary system of government adopted in India, the President is expected to act as a constitutional ruler. The Constitution provides for a Council of Ministers with the Prime Minister at its head to aid and advise the President in the exercise of his functions, Article 74. The original Constitution did not specify whether the President was bound by the advice of the Council of Ministers or not, even though it was implied that as a matter of convention prevailing under parliamentary system of the government in England, the President would act on the advice of the Council of Ministers. This ambiguity was removed by the 42nd Amendment, which clearly stated that the President shall be bound by the advice of the Council of Ministers. As a result of this change, the president was even denied the role of an advisor or a guide. The position of the president was somewhat retrieved under the 44th Amendment in 1978, which provided that the President can ask the Council of Ministers to reconsider such advice, either generally or otherwise, and the President shall act in accordance with the advice tendered after such reconsideration. Thus, the amendment recognized the limited but essential role of the President under the Constitution. He is still able to exercise considerable amount of influence on policy. He enjoys, as does the English king or queen, see Bhagavad English Constitution, the right to be consulted, the right to encourage, and the right to warn. In a number of cases, the president is still able to make use of his discretionary powers. This includes appointment of prime minister if no single political party enjoys clear-cut majority or does not possess a recognized leader of the party, dissolution of the Lok Sabha, and holding of fresh elections in the event of recommendation of the Council of Ministers after it has been voted out and tendered its resignation in the exercise of pocket veto in respect of law passed by the Parliament. Disqualification of members of the Lok Sabha, asking the Council of Ministers to reconsider its decision, asking the Parliament to reconsider a bill passed by it. The position of the President of India is indeed not unimportant. He is not a rubber stamp, nor he is a real ruler. He does not indeed rule, but he does not either rhyme. He asserts when it is necessary. It is the President who preserves, protects, and defends the Constitution, Article 60. He does not sign on the dotted lines. He does not rule, but he does see that there is the rule according to the provision of the Constitution. Administration should be carried on in accordance with the institution as prescribed by the Constitution and through the fundamental basic rules as stated in the Constitution, as he himself maintains the Constitution, he is not answerable to any court, nor any criminal proceedings can be instituted against him, nor any process of his imprisonment can be instituted against him. Article 361. With the constitutional government, the role of the President in the formation and functioning of the government has become important, particularly after 1989, with the presidents attempting to use their discretionary powers. The President Venkat Raman in 1989 and 1991, President Sharma in 1996, President Narayanan in 1998, and the President Abdul Kalam in 2004, and President Pratibha Patil in 2007 and 2009 faced hung parliament and used their powers accordingly. The Vice President of India. The Constitution provides Article 63 for a Vice President who is elected by members of the two houses of Parliament in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. A candidate that is according to Article 66. A candidate for the office of the Vice President must be proposed and seconded by at least 25 members. He is also required to deposit a security of Rs 15,000. Election disputes regarding the Vice President are decided by the Supreme Court. Qualification: candidate for the office of Vice President must be a citizen of India, be more than 35 years of age, possess the qualification prescribed for membership of the Rajya Sabha, be not a member of either houses of the Parliament of the state legislature, be not a person of unsound mind or insolvent, not hold any office of profit under the union or state government or local authority. Article 66. Terms and emoluments. The Vice President holds office for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters office. Article 67. He is eligible for re-election. His term can be cut short if he submits his resignation to the President or is removed by the Rajya Sabha through a resolution passed by a two-third majority of its members and likewise agreed to by the Lok Sabha. The Vice President draws a monthly salary of rupees 1,25,000. In addition, he enjoys several benefits like free residence, free travel, medical facilities, etc. On retirement, he is entitled to monthly pension. Oath of office. Before entering upon his office, the vice president has to take an oath before the president or some other person appointed by him. Article 69. Powers. The vice president is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Article 64 and presides over its meetings. All bills, resolution, motions, or questions can be taken up by the Rajya Sabha only with his consent. He is the chief spokesman of the Rajya Sabha before the President as well as the Lok Sabha. He discharges the function of the office of the President in case that a post was vacant on account of the death, resignation, or removal of the President. Article 65. The Vice President can act as a President for a maximum period of 6 months because fresh elections for the office of the President must be held within a 6 months of the occurrence of vacancy. Similarly, if the President is unable to discharge his functions for some reasons, the Vice President discharges all his functions.